How's it going, everyone? This is Dr. Hefe playing Disco Elysium, the final cut, and we're here with what is likely to be the final episode. All we have to do is check on the deserter, the murderer, the man who we've been looking for this whole time. And in the last episode, if you haven't seen it, I would say you should go and do that. The creature that we met, the most beautiful creature that we've ever seen, was the Insulindian Phasmid, the one that Lena was looking for. And yeah, it was a very interesting conversation, philosophical, psychological. We were able to really connect with it. And Kim took a photo, and the photo is also looking pretty cool. And then we touched it, which was also an experience. Delicious. And our morale, our health, is through the roof. Let's see what's going on with this dude.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Sir, how could you not see the Phasmid?
See?
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking, like an addict of some terrible substance.
Let's touch his shoulder gently.
The plastic cape feels coarse. A light shiver passes the man. Other than that, no reaction. He feels small and frail.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dross?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
So what's happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
I think it's the Phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the Phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
Kim, you did not have a heart-to-heart conversation with the Phasmid. But let me tell you what I learned.
There's much more. Remember what it said when it spoke. Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
You couldn't see him, Kim. It's just the reads for him. He seems strangely animated. I think he's addicted to that thing. Hormonal. It's definitely toxic, the Phasmid. It told me it is. Oh.
Told you? Yes, good. During your long staring match. I understand.
Oh, okay, thanks, Kim. He couldn't see it, Kim. It's just the reads for him.
It could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross.
No response.
Maybe this is how the Phasmid has stayed hidden all these years.
Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it...
Yes, you forget it's there.
Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds? The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse.
Alright, yeah, he was strangely animated when we looked at him earlier.
He was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, with little hygiene or medication, I would expect worse.
Perhaps this animation is induced by something in the Phasmid.
It does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive.
We did lick the bubble that we took from it, and our morale is through the roof, so I must say, it's pretty great.
I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall.
Yeah, why not? It could be anything. I think he's addicted to that thing.
Like a drug?
He has displayed addict behavior, and not just to painkillers.
His pupils appear to be dilated. They still are.
Could be that there's something hormonal in his relationship to the Phasmid.
You mean pheromonal?
He seemed a little off for a man his age. Randy.
The scope? Knowing of her bruises? His disposition toward Miss Orania? I see what you mean.
Yeah, there could be a little bit of that there too. He's been here for such a long time. Who knows how much of it in its company, meaning of the Phasmid.
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
Yeah. That's interesting, because it's almost like the Phasmid played a role in all of this happening. Like, did the Phasmid want to actually be seen by us after so long? It caused the death of Lely, which brought us here. I mean, it's so hard to connect cause and effect, right? And the Phasmid is just a creature. It's not really playing out all of these things, even though it does seem to be so much more knowledgeable than what you would think a simple arthropod would be able to tell you. Anyway, let's go forward. We found some things in the Phasmid's nest, Mr. Dross.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
Show him the scope.
I lost.
You lost him, Mr. Dross.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
After so long with your scope, you got rid of it?
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie Phasmid. This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh.
I want to hear that lovely sound whenever you tap that ceramic armor.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
I know, we have a full suit of armor. I'm probably the most well-decked out detective in all of Revachol. I'm gonna let you rest now, Mr. Dross.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched, and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal.
Oh, his high's wearing off.
The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
Hang tight there.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
Use the boat to return to the mainland. Off we go. We have very few quests. We could... Unfortunate. And we can't do that one either. Okay. Let's go, Kim. I believe we're done here. Man, he used that inflatable tire to cross? That just seems... intense. Like, I don't think that would keep you out of the water. And you're... in an area where frozen ice is melting constantly, so that water is cold. Alright, let's get on out of here. We must return to the station and complete our quest and complete the game. Let's move forward. Off we go. Can we play Sad FM on the way back? I certainly hope so. That'd be nice.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
Let's return to the mainland.
Let's. We are done here.
No arguments from Kim, not even an option to return, but we really are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet.
As much as I did enjoy the cutscene of us coming here, it's fine for us not to have one on the way back.
But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
On we go. There's someone waiting for us. Perhaps the final boss. Harry, we're here because we're worried. Says the man without sunglasses. Suddenly, his expression changes and he tilts his head.
I want to call you a teapot, but I'm honestly kind of impressed. No idea where you got all that gear, but there's no doubt in my mind that some bad people are looking for it.
Yeah, you like me and all this gear, don't you?
Also, you look like a fucking idiot.
The armor, no one else seems bothered by it. I do want to talk about the Phasmid, but we gotta comment on this one first.
Oh, really? They don't seem bothered by it? That's because you're a cop in an exoskeleton.
Now that you start thinking about it, maybe they were afraid of you.
Yeah, I'm a cop in a goddamn exoskeleton.
Actually, are you? Are you still a cop? There's so much disco going on, it's hard to tell.
Yo, it's Disco Inferno, it's Disco Elysium. We're living way too disco. But, I mean, I'm a disco cop.
Vic, calm down.
Yeah, also, what the heck is up with you? I do want to talk about the Phasmid, but just tell me who you are first.
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstad. I believe we've met on several occasions.
We did meet, Trant. Hello?
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Camar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Battle Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
Hey.
We've come to scrape what's left of you after pavement.
Well, as you can see, I'm standing here, so you won't have to do much scraping at all.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Precinct 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us. We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
Yeah. I'm also a decorated police lieutenant. I'm double your freighter. You're just patrol officers and partners and special
The
consultants.
two aren't mutually exclusive.
Hey, get out of here, electrochemistry.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
I don't know if I want to destroy them, but I'll say thank you, Lieutenant.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Hey, I'm awesome. I'm amazing. What kind of shitstorm's coming? All right, but forget about all this. Let's see what they're gonna say to this.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
What about me? What's this about? I got 2 guns in both hands. I'm doing great.
Ari, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science.
That's what you want to hear right at the beginning. He's like, oh, they're like, oh yeah, you do what you need to do there, Trant. He's like, oh, actually, I'm not too good at what you guys want me to do. I'm just a guy, you know.
My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
What? He's just bouncing.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman? What? Oh man, look at all these things. How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Damn you, cafeteria manager! You betrayed me for the last time. I understand, okay. Gart told you. Yeah, dude. I mean, these two are great. We're not going to be calm about it. I saved his establishment, and he still betrays me?
Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building. It was on fire.
Yeah, I lit it on fire. It was a poetic gesture.
I knew it. Didn't I tell you, Trant? I told you it was our shit, kid.
The line is from Lou Giatun's Mirova 82, isn't it? About girl-child communism, the titular returning character to ghost the apparition of... Good choice, Harry.
I love that Trant likes it, at least.
He is correct. It was the Seraillese poet Lou Jayaton who, in the 50s of the last century, composed them.
Don't encourage him, Trump.
Yeah, Encyclopedia is getting cut off by Jean.
Okay.
You aren't the man with sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
Actually, I suspected something was off.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
Alright, we're gonna be upset at her. This is kind of insulting, though. You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman.
Lieutenant, my name is not horse-faced woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends.
Yeah, that's a pretty insulting thing to say to your friend.
You know what she means by friends. But ask, just
No
to be sure.
electrochemistry. Okay, fine.
No, without any benefits.
Okay, no friends with benefits. Got it.
You fucking idiot. You stupid fucking idiot. You're even worse than before. How is that even possible?
It's true. You have a problem.
Okay, maybe suggestion, although you're always wrong as it is. So Trant Heidelstam turns out to be special consultant Trant Heidelstam.
Yes, I'm Trant Heidelstam. I never said I wasn't Trant Heidelstam.
So what was up with the kid?
Mikhail? Mikhail's my son.
His son? What a joke. Everyone is lying to you.
Yeah, what was up with all the... I mean, let's not go off. We already made a mess with Judith. What's up with all the interesting history? Spying on me?
No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikhail wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
So what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s. Like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
Group personality theory. I do have a group of voices in my head. We could call them personalities.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on.
Alright, duped again. No one's who they say they are.
Duped. Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Gardener, scab leader, this... I mean, this is kind of true. A lot of people were kind of faking who they were. A lot of people lied to us. Man, I mean, Claudia, I mean, let's even think about it. Claudia, Titus Hardy, that thing was all a setup. It wasn't true. I mean, even kind of Kuno. Kuno's kind of repressing certain things. Lieutenant, please tell me you are who you said you were.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisolagi, still a lieutenant from Precinct 57.
Man, my one anchor, my rock. Look at us. We do look like a good pair.
Still caught up in this crossfire, too.
So you mentioned a task force.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Refresh my memory. Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trant fucking Heidelstam, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Yeah, who's Guillaume Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit.
I mean, understandable.
Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Trump because I'm forcing him to stay.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for keeping it here. Major Crimes Unit. I suppose the murder of a Crenell security guard is a major crime.
It's a Major Crimes Unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
I mean, Really? Are we really shit tier?
The 41st isn't...
Yeah, Kim seems to think we're good. We're like in Jamrock. We're doing good. Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
All will burn. Make no mistake about it. Why would you leave a literal police god? I do want to say these things, but I want to say number one first. Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson?
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
All will burn. Make no mistake about it.
Here we go. Alcoholic delirium. Visions. All must pay.
Alright, but anyway, none of this is ringing any bells. Oh no, our memory is so fucked.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic, as displayed in your interactions with him here and previously at the bar, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Well, thank you for saying interesting, as opposed to we're completely insane and screwed.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I love that word.
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
I'm a highly experimental detective. This is a method I use to solve the case. Might have something to do with the church, a 2mm hole in the world? No, we're not going to say it was a fantasy or a stupid joke. I drank so much I lost my memory, and now I'm slowly recovering it. Socioeconomically, you think I'm so poor I lost my memory? That is hilarious. I want to say that one. Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism. This is probably the closest to the truth. I do want to ask him about he thinks I'm so poor that I lost my memory.
Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory... I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still. I don't think it should be off the table here.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
No, not like that. I'm not talking Vrede for school here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
Well, it's not capitalism. You lefty dink. Capitalism fucked me? No. We're gonna say this one, the truth. Something sad. I mean, we had that dream right beforehand. And we know that it happens like 3 times a week. Yeah. That I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism. That's why we lost our memory. It could be that. It definitely wasn't this. And the drinking is like a symptom, though. Because, I mean, we've done hella drugs since coming back, and we haven't lost our memory. So, yeah.
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what?
You kept your shit together?
I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
I mean, I'm not lying.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the 2 drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
So I deliberately deleted my mind. I was just talking to a friend about Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, but my goodness, that's actually what we did. Except instead of, I don't know what the hell they were using in that movie, some sort of science machine, we used alcohol and drugs, and the most important ingredient, Disco, baby.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input.
I mean, a lot of people do say that being insane in this world is not... No, that's not the term for it, but it's like if you look at this world and experience this world, being depressed or anxious, it's not a sign of mental illness. It's actually just a sign that you're experiencing the world. That could be true for what Harry's been through.
Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
These are some options. Yo, I'm ready to lead again. I'm a freaking badass. Oh, these are options. These are options, though. Do we not want to be in his union? We were pretty excited to close the case off, though. I'm ready to lead again.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes on hard.
Yeah, we're rock solid. Thank you, physical instrument. What now?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Alright, I'm gonna stand here.
Yeah. Just stand there. It's cool.
It really is cool, isn't it?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Oh, yeah. Sure. I thought the killer has... The time had come. Tequila sunset.
Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Tequila sunset. Not sunrise because you're almost dead. So funny, Harry. Thank you for fucking me. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of my payslip. You know that, right? You're gonna get fired. And I'm gonna pay till I die. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
What I do have is this futuristic armor. Yo, I got my badge right here. Chill, man.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
Yo, we're gonna catch this. We gotta look cool. Yo! Yeah, even with two guns in our hands.
Not today, badge.
The drama is unnecessary. No, the drama is very necessary. Behold, my badge.
And your gun?
Gun, just repeat gun. I have a new gun now. I've upgraded my gun to a rifle. Yes. Gun, behold all my guns. If anything, I need more hands. Show him your 2 pistols and 2 rifles. Oh, that is glorious.
I don't care about your collection, you hoarding freak. Is one of them your service weapon? I only want to know about that one gun.
Yeah, I got shown the boring sidearm. What? These are great guns, superior to my sidearm any day. Well, we'll show him the boring sidearm.
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
Yeah, I'm drunk. I'm also on drugs. So it doesn't even matter. No, let's not complain about it. I mean, we're not drunk right now. Yeah, I'm drunk, and I'm also on drugs.
Who are you posing for, huh? I suspect escaped, Harry. Classy as something. Because you were too high to assess our flight risk.
We've read the reports. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Looking at the oxygen holocaust. I've come to know the final fate of man in the universe. All right. We do want to talk about this, but let's continue here on this one. Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave it. Yeah, let's spin this. Let's spin this. She gave a vital clue that led us to the island.
Oh, well. If she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect. The one who shot herself. In the head. Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now. Doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote.
Uh-oh. What is he gonna bust on us now? We've been doing all sorts of random corrupt things.
Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
Mass murder that you weren't here to back me up on.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Here comes the cavalry.
Oh, thank you, Kim. My goodness.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot and survived only because of his armor. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Yeah, it was a massacre. We got wiped. Where the hell were you?
Don't make this harder for yourself.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
Dude, you should apologize.
You've spent the week with him. On this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the lost gun, also losing his badge, that's all true. And he's been drinking on the job.
Hey, you know what makes me a better detective?
The man sighs deeply.
Well, good thing we didn't lie about all these things, because Kim... I don't know, I mean, Kim will sometimes phrase things in a positive light, but I have not seen him lie.
Then there's the apocalypse thing. At first I thought it was a joke, but it's not. He actually thinks the world is about to end, in a bloodletting or gloaming. We're about to become vapor, even.
Yeah, man, we're all about to become the LCL. Part of the Human Instrumentality Project.
It's sad, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a hustler. He grinds. He makes the real. He's a visionary and a money engineer, which is just...
Yeah, I mean, look at my net worth, Kitsuragi. I'm amazing.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the drugs, of course. Some kind of anti-radiation drug he uses to induce visions. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact.
Uh-huh.
He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke. Which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
I did. Even though it was very, very painful to listen to.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation.
I mean, Kim, there was definitely a lot of times we were dicking around on side quests. Like, we looked for all those Phasmids that you were unhappy about. We set up an anotic dance club for some people to cook drugs in. We, you know, talked to Idiot Doom Spiral about some quest to make a bunch of money. Like, thank you, Kim. Thank you at least, though, for seeing the ways that we did tirelessly work on the case.
He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
Yeah, all in a week's time, as you do when you're an amazing cop, a harbinger of the apocalypse.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian Phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the Phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
I love all these. Hosanna, boom, shakalaka, motherfucker. So as you can see, I'm a pretty okay detective and an absolutely visionary entrepreneur. Oh my goodness. This is wonderful. Yes, we're gonna go with this one.
Fucking hell. Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
Boom, boom, boom. We're just going off. Yes, I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the Phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
Yeah, got nothing to say now, do you, Jean?
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness.
The most beautiful creature that we've seen.
Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
I also started a nightclub and a drug lab in the church. These... I mean... Oh my goodness. We're gonna say all these. I feel like this is not in our favor, but we gotta say it. Like, we're proud of that. We're proud of that. That's Disco Elysium right there.
Actually, you didn't.
What do you mean?
I told them a police raid will sweep the church in 2 days. Which, by the way, it will. If they have any brains, they won't be producing in there.
Wait, when did you do this?
When you were out.
Why?
Because I'm a police detective, and manufacturing drugs is illegal.
Wait. He tried to set up a drug lab?
No, he just let some youth set up a club in the church. They thought they could produce in there. They won't. The building was abandoned. It was an okay idea. Better than having them out on the ice.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for covering for me, Cam. Sure. I love how he said that, though. I started a nightclub and a drug lab in the church. Also, the Phasmid was female. The reeds are its nest.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
And it splits via parthenogenesis, which doesn't that make every member of the species female?
It was definitely female.
Okay, electrochemistry.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
It had gathered items in its nest, a helmet and a scope.
Actually, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
No. It was a female.
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs.
I think it reproduces by parthenogenesis.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
Observation. I like this one.
Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a male or female. The bower would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation. Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation efforts here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a freaking amazing creature. I think it emits a chemical that makes it look even more like the reeds.
Yes. That would be a chiromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a human's, of course, but perhaps a predator's?
Well, we keep it to ourselves. The perpetrators seem intoxicated somehow, like an addict. It's just a hunch, but...
There are species of bees that, under the influence of chiromones, take wasp larvae to their hives. ants do the same with aphids, thinking they're... Do you think this is how it stayed hidden?
That makes sense that there'd be some real-world connections. I was kind of like, where did they come up with this idea that this animal is releasing pheromones on humans?
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any pheromones.
Of course, Lieutenant. Of course. We should treat the case and the Phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to...
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
Alright, whatever. It had mandibles that looked like hair, and it was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian Phasmid. No, that's too much.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it...
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still.
But still, we're a freaking amazing cop. My goodness, we're the
Quick,
harbinger
while
of
you're
the
ahead.
apocalypse.
No.
No. We're saying all of them. We're saying all of them. The killer, Lilianovich Drost. We have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
A revolutionary matronym? So it's not his real name? He took that on?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Larsovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead.
Oh, cool.
This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Yeah, he wanted to punish Claudia.
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
Yeah, he killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy. That is true.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years. Like 70-something?
Well, he was recruited when he was 15, so 60-something actually.
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the Phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason, said he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
Mm-hmm. It's a perfect folding mechanism, like the Phasmid. It will win me Dora back? No. We're done with that. It's my masterpiece. They'll teach this in cop school. It could be just a little... No, let's go on with our masterpiece.
Masterpiece? Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
God damn it. It is bad. Even you can smell it. It's just a little celebration.
Just a little celebration.
Chin up. Keep focusing on the positives here.
Previous head of the Debardere Union was assassinated by our killer.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Everard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
And eyes, too. Your return from the island must not have gone unnoticed.
Understood, of course.
But a case against Everard would be big.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
Yeah, no worries. There was also a dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
How did you know we reported it, so that's why.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
And I looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is.
Rue des Sangues, Lane 10, a commercial building where all businesses go bankrupt. This was our first case. I'm glad we get to bring it up here at the very end. I looked into it.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting time.
I confiscated drugs from Kuno's dad.
Who's Kuno?
You don't want to know.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. It's alright. I'm in. At this point, anything is but the drink.
Yeah, sure. So what do you say? Want to take this hot shot back? I said hot shot, but it actually says hot shit. Want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
And I'm freaking amazing.
So I have to. Jude?
Honestly, anything that ends this trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
And we're freaking amazing.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Ooh. Alright, let's go with this. It's gonna be a long episode, but let's learn who we are.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Oh, I love it. It's not move on, it's not conclude, it's end. Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but
before. So this is why we were poor. I mean, unfortunately. That's kind of sad.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coran. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
No way. I was a revelator learned in the ancient art.
You haven't told us about that. You just told us about being a gym teacher.
It does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
The collection of fallen sportswear I've amassed. We are wearing the fallen pants right now.
The fact that you don't seem to know what homosexuality is, and how you're able to perform a 360-degree spin kick too.
You don't know what homosexuality is. Fucking Kim. Kim calling us out.
The incredible stamina output. Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy. And this guy, too.
And this guy, too, in physical instrument and savvy.
God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. When was this? When was I a gym teacher? All these dudes are like, yo, this is where we came from.
in your 20s or late 20s, you've really let yourself go since then.
You said in Coron. I was a gym teacher there?
Yes, you taught gym in Coron. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue. The warm floorboards. Coron is just east of Jamrock. It was a short walk every morning to the baseball field or the sports building.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
I'm just that cool. I get along with everyone. Why did I join the RCM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
Damn. So that plays even more into the Dolores Day thing. Like, we went and became a cop to impress her. And, like, becoming a cop probably took us from, I don't know, maybe the joys that we had being a gym teacher into this dark life.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
Okay, I see now.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Alright, why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Was her name Dora?
Yeah. Dora England, I think.
Not Dora Dubois.
Dora Ingerland.
Something like that. Half Vazan.
Vasa is where beautifully and impossibly blonde people come from.
So we weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
Yeah. Even though it's so painful still. Oh my goodness, it's been 6 years. That's hard to believe.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, that is something. 6 years?
Yeah. Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Ingerland really tore you a new one. A big one.
Apparently, 6 years. Oh my god. Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
I love this. Are you seriously using this moment to assert male privilege?
He is very passionate.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Way fish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Yo, he knows about Welkins? He's into Whirl?
Heartbreak, Welkin. Pain, Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
It definitely was a spiritual connection. We compare her to a freaking... I won't say Dolores Day is a goddess, but she has very religious connotations.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
Damn. I mean, that's true, though. That's true. Even the Insulindian Phasmid was like, yo, bro, you need to get your shit together. Okay, am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre? We gotta ask. This is our only chance.
No.
No, because the suspects seem to think...
You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
I told you it's not that bad.
Alright, cool. Precinct 41, what kind of station is it?
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed. And everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good.
Mac Torsen.
Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
And the Sea Wing is?
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
I love how Trant just plays along with this. I mean, he is the civilian advisor. He's just like, I don't really want to be involved in all this shit, but I am, and you guys pay me, so I'll stick around. And Price
Ptolemy
is...
Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
Did we recently shoot up a church by any chance?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
What happened? Why do we need to go there? Yeah, because this plays into the Shadow, Crabman, Spider-Man.
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast.
Oh, that makes sense. As we said before, there are people from the Union probably watching us, Edgar and Everett.
Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
So I work in the Bloody Murder Station.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershaw. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
The Phasmid, I need to tell Lena about it immediately.
Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. Remember?
I'm amazed that we do remember. A cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about this Phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
Oh, we don't remember where our address is,
She
though.
and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Watch out or she'll faint.
Alright. Lieutenant Kitsuragi, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
Ooh, he pulls up his collar and looks around, the cold spring light reflected in the lenses of his glasses.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Distant traffic. A scrap of newspaper drifts by, carried by the wind. It says, tensions rise in Terminal YC in light of the débardeurs strike in Terminal B. Among representatives of every industry in Coal City, you read.
Ooh, wanna do that at Station 41.
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I meant investigate. Come work in Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit him. And crazy enough. Can take the stress. He doesn't know how to finish the sentence.
Yeah, fair enough.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
Oh, do you? Alright, if you want to join us, that's cool. I'm ready.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the afternoon sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course.
Dubois, of course. I'm back, baby.
Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's quite unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing.
Like it's a bad
Captain
thing.
Ptolemy Price points his pen at the doctor. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through, and when he does, he'll side with Revachol. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minot? Of course.
Oh, Minot's coming with us too.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Let's do it. Let's end the game right here. Oh boy. I'm gonna do another episode, talk about my final thoughts, but we'll just click on the end and let the credits roll. But yeah, I mean, thank you so much for playing along with this. I mean, I'll talk about more of this, oh my god, in this final episode. Or the next episode, which will be the final episode. But man, this has been a long video right here. But I feel like we had to do it. We had to get through the finale. We had to talk to these people. We couldn't break it up. We had to get to the end. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this. Please do remember, as always, to take care of yourself. It's been a long journey. I need to take care of myself, and I hope that you're taking care of yourself too. And as always, keep it disco, baby. And now I'll just let the credits roll.